For our positive youth development in a pandemic presentation, our learning objective was to have athletes on the high school football team create individual workout plans for themselves in order to maintain physical conditioning and foster life skills while the season was canceled due to COVID-19. By having each of you participate in an exercise routine, we hope to add some structured physical activity to your lives while we are not running practices or competing in games this season. The goal of this activity is to spark autonomy, initiative, and to challenge yourself. When you are designing your practice, we want you to include strength and aerobic exercises. You could go running, swimming, cycling, it's up to you. The exercises can be whatever you want to do, as long as you feel you're getting a good workout in and are including both strength and aerobic training. To create your own workout plan and stick to it during the off season will take initiative. It would be a good idea for you all to keep track of your workouts on paper, how many sets and reps you do for each of your strength exercises, and how long or far you work out for aerobically. If you are planning on using free weights or an exercise machine at home, or if you plan on going to the gym, make sure to include how much weight you use for each of your exercises and record your progression. Keeping a record of your daily exercise routine will help motivate you to continue engaging in physical activity. Hager et al. Performed a study in 2003 to better understand how physical education promotes leisure time physical activity and found that perceived behavioral control strongly correlated with an athlete's perception of autonomy. In this exercise, we want to give you all as much autonomic control as possible to get you excited about the routine you will be creating. As previously stated, we want you all to start thinking about taking initiative for your own well-being, which this activity will be useful for. According to Larson, a study done in 2000, initiative is best learned through structured, voluntary leisure activities, which is why we have developed this lesson for all of you athletes to create your own workout routines. I will now pass it on to Coach Philip Davis for the rest of the presentation.
Thanks, Coach Jesse. One thing we really need to understand during these hard times of a global pandemic are the values we're expected to maintain as athletes and how you can transfer these values into real-life situations, especially moving forward into adulthood. Sports is generally looked at as something as a pastime for young adults at your general age, where you have something to do after school, somewhere to socialize with friends. At the same time, where it might be just looked at as a pastime to most of you guys, there's also a lot of values you guys can learn from participating in sports, and there's some things we really need to teach you while you're learning sports and skills and how you can transfer these acts into real life situations. As athletes progressing into adulthood, and in many cases organizations involving high-level competition, a major part in moving into that part of your life is knowing exactly what you've learned up to now as student athletes and why this is important. You have to learn why such things such as teamwork and discipline, motivation are important in sports, as important are they as they are important in real life situations such as the real life work. For example, where you must be dedicated in sports in order to be also dedicated at your job in real life. All the most decorated athletes have had a considerable amount of determination and effort involving responsibility and teamwork. Football, in your example, is a sport that involves huge amounts of effort, dedication, and teamwork. For example, without the offensive line, the quarterback would never be able to get the ball to the wide receivers or to the running back. If the offensive line wasn't there to support his quarterback, he would get sacked every time, or would have a terrible pass and the ball would be intercepted. As a team, you got to learn to work together to ensure your success to protect your teammates. This won't work without hard work. We want to challenge you as a team to stay in shape over this pandemic in preparation for the inevitable start of the next season. So you guys really got to learn how to practice hard during the pandemic, train like you're still in school the whole time, like you're still with your clubs, like you're still with your varsity teams, ready to get better for the next game. Play as if the next game is tomorrow. Also, we want to see you guys maintain strong relationships with your teammates. Your teammates are probably your biggest support group in any aspect of sports. No matter who your support group is, your parents, your coaches, your teammates are always going to be the ones on the court or on the field with you, ready to be there at any given moment and tell you, let's go, let's do this. You've each been assigned a teammate to speak with and go over not only workout plans, but to kind of play catch up with this teammate and to see how they're doing during this pandemic. Make sure that your teammate is doing well in regards to mental health. Make sure that they're doing fine. Make sure that they'll be able to be mentally available and ready to play with you when the season starts in the coming months, hopefully. Martins et al., from his study from 2017, studied the relationship between motivation, social responsibility, and engagement, and found that coaches should monitor the integrity of athletes and help them by providing tools for them in order to help this integrity. That's why we want to help you guys stay in shape and do well as athletes by getting you guys to come up with your own programs and giving you guys your own sense of responsibility to be able to stay in shape. And we'll keep in touch with you. We'll make sure that you guys are doing well. We want to make sure that you guys can do something for yourselves and be able to stay on the right page. Torres, from 2015, also talks about the importance of teamwork in youth sport. You guys are a high school football team. You guys need to be able to support yourselves and help and support your teammates. And you need to know how important the help of your teammates is in order to succeed as a team. This is important. Without your teammates, you guys won't have the support that you need. Your coaches and your parents can support you as much as you might need, but at the end of the day, your teammates are the ones who are on the fields and the court with you, getting stuff done and helping you guys reach that goal. If it wasn't for that quarterback, the wide receivers wouldn't get the pass. If it wasn't for that D-line, the quarterback would never get the ball because the other team would have the ball the whole time. You guys have to be ready to support your teammates both mentally and physically in order to get to the next level. If you guys want to be elite level athletes, you guys have to commit. You guys have to be dedicated, and you guys have to be committed to helping your teammates reach that level with you. We hope, as Coach Jesse said, we want you guys to follow this lesson plan. We want you guys to be able to commit to a schedule that you come up with in order to better yourselves. We want you to come out of this pandemic not just the same, but better than before. We want you to come back to training camp next year, hopefully, and be better athletes than you were. We want you to be stronger mentally than you were. We want you to have a better connection with your teammates than before. We want you guys to be the greatest that you can be. Hopefully, this helps you in some way or the other. By next year, I think you guys, both Coach Jesse and I, think you guys could be the greatest athletes you've ever been at this point in your life. If you guys can maintain a proper workout schedule, keep good communication with your teammates, and maintain and help each other keep a good mental balance, the next season can be one of the best seasons of your life. Thanks, guys. I hope you guys commit to this. Looking forward to next year. Coach Phil, out.